This week on The Real Deal, let's talk about how things really are. So this last weekend, we actually saw more normality returning to the market with more and more people coming out to have a look at open homes. We actually had very large numbers through some of our open homes, especially 48 Donington Street, Carindale. We received 4 offers that actually received a cash offer, and that should go unconditional tonight. And we also had good numbers through 10 Merle Street, and we also had other really good numbers through other properties in Bayside locations, and we have also brought forward some offers. Just bear in mind that when you make your offer, don't make a ridiculous, unrealistic offer, because the market hasn't fallen by 15 or 20 or 30%. So if you're making an offer around that price point, you're kind of way off the boil. We're looking at about a 3.5% discount currently taking place in Brisbane. So, when an agent doesn't want to put an offer forward because they don't see the point in doing it, please respect that. Yes, we should always submit all offers, but there's a point where an offer is just a waste of paper, okay? It cost me 7 cents for a piece of paper. I don't want to waste 15 pages of perfectly good paper to present a ridiculous offer. And that's exactly why some agents also use expressions of interest, because they don't want to waste their time or your time. So they'll put forward the expression of interest. But if somebody goes, I'd like to put that down in a proper contract, chances are you're probably not that far away. Now let's talk a little bit about bait advertising. We are seeing a lot of agents not actually putting a price on properties. Now, sometimes that's because they don't know what it's worth, and sometimes it's because the seller's unrealistic, and sometimes they want to get the inquiry. There's a number of reasons for that, but it's perfectly reasonable to ask an agent how they came up with the price they came up with and what statistics they can give you from around the area. Now, that also depends on whether or not the owner has ticked that box of allowing an agent to give the buyer those statistics. But look, let's face it, if you're buying a property, you should do your own independent research always, and don't be scared in the current market to actually get a valuer out who will do a bank valuation, not on the contract, but on what they feel would be a fair offer in the current market. All right. So sometimes we've just got to dig a little bit deeper, do a little bit more work. And if we're a little bit unsure about what we should be offering and you just don't know, well, you can talk to the agent, but remember the agent works for the seller. Or if you really don't know what to do, don't talk to a parent or a neighbor or a friend, or even a friend in real estate. Talk to a valuer. All right. Otherwise, get an independent valuation. You can also look on RP Data and Price Finder, but don't go on those little funny free apps, because quite often they get information wrong. And also, don't believe everything you even see on CoreLogic or RP Data, because I've just had a seller phone me to tell me that he doesn't know where I came up with what he paid for the house in 1997. He didn't pay that. And I'm like, well, I never put that information into CoreLogic. It got there somehow. So there are mistakes. Nothing is infallible. Do your research. If you can't do your research, or you really want to really back yourself, then get an independent valuation in. So that's all from me, Gabby McEwen, for this week on The Real Deal.